For a woman who never read Anne Sexton, Mama K subscribed to Annie's creed that history is what one chooses to remember.
Jax, Dan, and I, we were high school sweethearts, just kids ourselves when we had Jeremiah. My Bill was sharp as a tack and finished head of the class. And as for me, well, I guess you could say I graduated the day Jack was born. Our folks cut us off, didn't want nothing to do with any of us, especially it, their name for all sweet baby Jack. Bill did the right thing once he got out of school. We got married and he enlisted in the Marines. But my silly Billy ended up in Vietnam, where he died a hero's death. I did my best to support me and Jack, and when he was about 7, I got a full-time position outside of Richmond. It was a big, beautiful house with giant white columns and a name, Van Crossing. The owner was recently widowed, had a 10-year-old boy, Emma, and a girl, Abigail, about a year younger than Jen. The Lord had finally smiled on us. We had a home in the servants' quarters, mind you, but it was a home.
Quite a pretty picture, no? Oh, they did make it to Paris Island on their way to that idyllic plantation. And her silly Billy did die, a Marine. But Jack's dear old daddy caught a bottle to the side of his neck in a Port Royale barroom brawl the weekend he went EWO.
Heroes death.
Bullshit!
How don't you think I was?
You know better than to talk to Mama K that way. Apologize.
No.
Apologize.
Make me.
Time for time out, boys. You sit here. You sit there. Chop, 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 chop. Besides, it's time for a cob salad with a little shrimp on top.
Mind if you share? It's really crowded.
Not a problem. Matter of fact, you can have the table. I have an appointment with my shrink. Oh, excuse me? Detective? Wow, you got a table right off. I need to take you everywhere.
So, what was the name again, Detective? Gotcha.
CACCIA. Gotcha.
Those press conferences, they can get pretty hairy, huh? Like a scene out of Zombieland.
Especially that one. 3 dead girls, lots of similarities, too many missing pieces. Do you believe in coincidence?
In my line of work, there's no such thing as a coincidence.
Could there be an SK in here?
If there is, I can find it.
Whoa, hold your horses! Give me some time to take the personal stuff out of the briefcase.
There's something to hide in there, Detective?
Don't we all have something to hide, Doctor?
Well, maybe yes, maybe no, but then again, your box might be one I'd love to unlock.
Do I need an appointment?
No time like the present, Detective. My office is just around the block, and I have the rest of the day off.
Like you said, no time like the present. By the way, thanks for saving my butt from those flesh eaters.
Don't mention it.
Why'd you bother?
Maybe I just like what you stand for. Look, here's the address. Meet me there in 15. And give that briefcase of yours a scrubbing. Better check the coast is clear. I haven't met a flesh eater I couldn't handle. Okay?
Gotcha.
Tastes like whole wheat.
Now, Jack was a peculiar child, yet as time passed it fair crossing, he seemed to be more normal. He even grew sort of fond of Abby, thought of her as a sister.
Little Abigail. Someone with no lies, no secrets. Someone Jack could talk to. They were friends in the purest sense of the word, and she taught him how to be human.
Almost.
But her brother, Aylmer, was a mean child of privilege, and he never let you forget it. Had this old dog, Chipper, who he loved as much as he despised and bullied everybody else. Jack frequently found himself on the wrong end of an Elmer tantrum.
Okay, but Jack could take it.
Yeah, it took it for 7 years. Then, one time Elmer used to stick to lift up Abby's dress, and all I saw was red. So I beat the living shit out of her.
In a rage, the boss man dragged Jack out to the barn, bound him to a beam, stripped him naked, and lashed him from head to toe with his belt.
They all stood around, stupid and silent. And only the sound of the whip against Jack's flesh.
And Chipper, barking. We fled, fair, crossing. Jack lay in a bed in the motel for 2 days without moving. Late night of the second day, I woke up and found his side of the bed empty. I checked the bathrooms, looked outside. Nothing. His clothes were untouched, but he was gone.
Jack had gone back to fetch Abby.
Tried to convince her to run away with me. But she so politely put it, she had everything and I had nothing. She was right. So I decided right then and there to take it all away from her.
It had become Jack's job to oversee the burning of whatever needed getting rid of. He was good at making fires, and to hear him speaking was...
I loved it.
So, Jack prepped Fair Crossing for the incendiary experience of a lifetime. And do you know what?
Sort of made me hard.
My eyes darted from the barn on my left to the servants' quarters on the far right. Both buildings were blazing volcanoes from which oozed rivers of molten lava. One swept through the barren orchards on the left, then the other up through the billeted dead gardens on the right. Fair Crossing was doomed. I stood there, immobile, my face burning, my back freezing, when suddenly, with a great wham, Fair Crossing exploded into a horrific fireball.
Oh my sweet Lord Jesus Christ, Jack was baptized in that fire.
I became one with the billions of molecules of oxygen crashing and smashing and devouring and consuming each other. With that damn Chipper. He almost put a snitch on me. Nipped me on the back of the leg.
So, Jack nailed him with a pitchfork. And do you know what? Killing Chipper? Same thing.
The TV the next morning said no one had been seriously injured, but that they had found, dangling from a smoldering beam, the charred carcass of the family dog. New York City was the first place I could think of to get lost in.
And we did.